Hi guys, welcome back to heisapro. In this tutorial, we will utilize the object title in the menu bar to understand how to weld, trim, intersect and simplify objects in CorelDRAW. And at the end of this video, we will apply what we've learned to an illustrative problem. Without further delay, let's get started. So we start with weld. Select the first object. Then while holding on to the shift key on your keyboard, select the second object. Then go to object, shaping and select weld. When we weld two or more objects together, they become a single curved object with a single fill and outline. Now let's give the two objects distinctive fills. So if we select the red rectangle as the target object, then we select the blue rectangle as the reference object, then go up here and select weld, we notice that the red rectangle now has a blue fill, and this is because the two objects are now regarded as one and will therefore have the same fill, which is determined by what is selected as the reference object. And since we selected the blue rectangle as the reference object, all its properties will be imitated by the target object when the welding operation is performed. When we overlap the two objects and weld them together, it is now obvious that we have a single curved object. Next, let's discuss trim. Object, shaping, trim. And this cuts out a portion of an object by using the shape of another object. We observe that nothing has changed. But when we overlap the two objects together, then select trim, we see the cutout portion made by the shape of the other object. And just like in weld, the trimming effect will be applied to the reference object. To understand better, let's take a look at another scenario. Now, let's select the polygon as the target object, then select the rectangle as the reference object, then click on trim. And when we remove the polygon, we see the cutout portion made inside the rectangle. Now, what do you think will happen if we select the polygon as the reference object? You can pause and think about it. So if we select the polygon as the reference object, then go to trim, we get an error that nothing changed. And this is because of the boundary location of the two objects. If we were to place the polygon along the boundary of the rectangle, then let's select it as the reference object, then click on trim, you would see that now the rectangle has trimmed part of the polygon. Let's move on to intersect. Object, shaping, intersect. We get an error message that nothing was changed. Objects must overlap each other to be successfully intersected. So now let's overlap the two objects, then select intersect. And this creates an object from the area where the two objects overlap. And no changes are made to the original objects. And just like in weld and trim, the new object takes the properties of the reference object. Lastly, let's discuss simplify. Object, shaping, simplify. We observe that nothing changes. But when we overlap the two objects together, then select simplify, we notice that this trims out overlapping areas among objects. This is quite similar to trim, but the major difference is that in simplify, as long as the two objects overlap, the overlapping portion will be trimmed out, and it does not depend on which object is selected as the reference or target object. So let's do a quick recap of what we've learned so far. Let's take a look at the illustrative problem. We are asked to recreate this piece of a jigsaw puzzle, and we are given a circle and a square. To solve this problem, we start by duplicating the circle. Then press Ctrl R to repeat the action. Now use the pick tool to highlight all the circles and press E for vertical center alignment. Then come up here and select Weld. Now we select the square as the reference object and press C for horizontal center alignment. So you select the freehand tool and draw a perfect horizontal straight line. Then you select the square as the reference object and press T for top alignment. Next, you select the circles and select the horizontal line and press E for vertical center alignment. Now select the line as the target object and select the square as the reference object and press B for bottom alignment. Next, you duplicate the circles, select the horizontal line and press E for vertical center alignment. Then you select the circles, select the square and press C for horizontal center alignment. Next thing we'll do is to rotate the circles. Then you right click to duplicate the circles. Let's also rotate the line. So we select the line, select the square and press L for left alignment. Next, we select the vertical circles, select the line and press C for horizontal center alignment. Then you proceed to select the circles, select the square as the reference object and press E for vertical center alignment. Now you duplicate the circles, select the line, select the square and press R for right alignment. Then you select the circles, select the line and press C for horizontal center alignment. So we can delete the lines. So now we select the top and bottom horizontal circles. Then we select the square, then click on trim. So we can delete these circles. Finally, we select the two vertical circles, then select the square and click on Weld. Now we have successfully completed the illustrative problem. So guys, that will be all for this tutorial. You can understand these operations better by practicing on your own with different shapes and combinations. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.